Ladies and gentlemen, Mark and Jonathan.
Fireside Chat.
We're going to bring out our next guest. He's a very well-known magician, both here in Pittsburgh, but also around the country, and if I'm not mistaken, around the world. He is one of my favorite people that I've seen here on the arcade stage. Please welcome Lee Terbosic.
What's going on, Fireside Chat? Good to have you. How's everybody feeling? Yeah? Here's what I want you to do. You're going to get a chance to name any one of these cards. Okay, 1 through 5. You can name any one you want. Now, before you do that, let me just preempt you and let me just tell you, whatever one you name, you're going to get to keep. Okay, it's not like I'm not trying to force you to pick anyone. And also, on the opposite sides, I wrote a word. Okay? And it's a word of something I'll do to you. You got the hug card. She got the hug card, people. Hugs. That was fun, too. That was fun. I'm really glad that you picked 4, because if you didn't, I was going to have to kill you. Hey, you guys are a great audience. Thank you so much.
All right, so Lee, first of all, thanks for being here.
For sure.
I appreciate it. It's always nice to have a seasoned pro. And I know that there are tons of magicians, but there are very few who do comedy, or maybe I should say there are very few who do comedy that's funny.
Okay.
So I wondered, what made you pick comedy?
So I grew up when I was 12. I got into magic, and I was just a magician. I was very top hat and like little rabbits, and I was doing all the beginner stuff you learn out of the Mark Wilson course of magic. That's what I had when I was a kid. And I don't know, it was through the teenage years where the rebellion started to set in. I was still a magician, but I was starting to become a little bit more rebellious, and I wanted to try to more comedic, and so that's where I started to pick up the comedy and started to work that into the magic, and I just had more fun being not as serious. So that was kind of my thing.
I know I've always said that, not including the musical talent, I could never be a rock star because I could never take myself seriously enough. Is that?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree. Yeah, it's tough to take yourself serious as a magician. I mean, you've seen. I'm sure all you guys have seen magicians on TV do very serious like mentalism and magic tricks. I don't know, that side of it just never really appealed to me. I always would take the magic trick and try to make it as weird or as funny or corny as I could. You know.
And do you still get amazed when you see magic from other people?
Yeah, you know what? I do. I was just in Columbus, Ohio 2 weeks ago, and when I was in Columbus, there was a magician from Spain whose name's Juan Tamarez, who is considered by most magicians as the greatest card magician in the world. And to see him live, I've seen him on videos on YouTube and on TV over the years, but to see him live is just a completely different level of amazement. Like he was doing things with a deck of cards that I didn't even know that could be done. So
he's really good. He invented this one.
Yeah. Wand. That's the wand. Yeah. Tamara.
Did you know how any of the things he did were done?
So over the years, I have studied a little bit of his stuff, but there was a few that I didn't know. Yeah, and that is what puts me back into those seats, you know, and that's the reason why I do what I do, because it's every once in a while you do see that magician that does that trick that you're just like, I got nothing. You're looking at the other guys going, I have no clue how it's done, and that's the feeling that you guys all get. I don't get that often. So whenever that happens to me, that rejuvenates me and makes me want to, do what I do.
Sure. Nice.
So.
And is there anything about your field that you think that people don't know that they should know?
Okay, one thing I would definitely tell people is if we're out and about, we're not on stage. I get that a lot. Being the yo-yo, do you always walk around with a yo-yo in your pocket?
No.
See, unfortunately, being a magician, as soon as you tell somebody that you're a magician, the first thing they say to you is do a trick. Or if you're a comedian, tell a joke. So when we're out and, if I see somebody I might know or be recognized, I get put on the spot to perform. So that was the one thing that I always can I just get a day off occasionally?
Well, you're actually at a disadvantage over me on that because my solution to that is to just not carry the yo-yo around.
Just not, yeah.
But that doesn't work for a magician.
No.
Because people know you can do tricks with coins or
rubber bands, yeah, anything. Cell phones.
Yeah. And speaking of which, you have a new video series.
Yeah, I started working on it. I came up with the idea a while back, and then we started to put it make it come to life. We made it come alive like maybe about a month and a half ago, and it's called Anything Is Possible. And what it is, it's an Instagram web series. There's so many like web series out there already. I wanted to do something different, and so I decided to make all the magic just be on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, find me. I dropped a new episode today. And what it is, it's I've taken magic tricks just like the stuff you've seen there, and I've given them a place. This afternoon, the one we posted this afternoon was me at a movie theater, and I was going to see the movie Gravity. And now the challenge for me is to tell a story in 3 parts. So each episode has 3 parts, and they're only 15 seconds each. So it's 45 seconds of magic. That's all you get. And it's a challenge to do a trick in that short period of time, and it to be unique and cool. So that's what we started to do. Like today, I did a thing where when we went to see Gravity, I made the popcorn levitate out of the popcorn box and into my mouth. And then the other thing I did was I made my cell phone balance on one finger, which was really cool. So if you're on Instagram, find me and check it out. Let me know what you think.
Nice. And the name of it again?
Anything Is Possible.
Cool. Well, we're running short on time, but there's one thing that I want to do before we finish this segment. And I know I've spent some time hanging out with magicians, and I know when magicians are hanging out with each other, they do tricks to try to impress each other.
For sure.
And I know that you have a trick that is very impressive to magicians.
Yes.
Are you willing to show it off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready for it?
I can do it. Yeah.
All right. So this is one. It's some tricks are easier to see close up. Some are easier to see far away. This is one that is especially helpful to see very close up.
Perfect.
So Mike here is acting as a cameraman.
I will give you just a little history. One of the first tricks I learned was a card trick, and I fell in love with card magic. It's my favorite type of magic to perform. And I literally, this is one of my favorite tricks to do, and I customize this for people and places anytime I can. These are what we call marked cards. I'll show you what they mean. See, this is a deck of marked cards, and so they're marked. Now they're not marked how you think. They're actually marked on the edges. All right. So I want you guys to see that it's like a barcode. Okay. So there's like a barcode on the side of the deck of cards. Okay. Now here's what we're gonna do. I want to show you that all the cards are completely mixed up. Everybody can see that, right? They're just shuffled up. Yeah. Everybody see that? Good. And then Jonathan, what I'll have you do is I'm gonna run my finger down the pack of cards. You just call it stop. All right. So just call it stop.
Stop.
Right there. I'll pick up right there, and we'll make that the Jonathan card. It's okay if I see it. Doesn't really matter. Good. Okay. You got the king clubs. That'll work. And good card. Now here's what I'm going to do. I want you to watch the ink on the side of the deck of cards. Because what I'm going to do, I'll give the cards a cut, and I'm going to give these cards a shuffle. Now this may look like a normal everyday like weave shuffle. I'm just going to weave the cards into each other. But watch the ink on the deck of cards, because you'll start to see the words start to spell out Fireside. Now it's spelled out 4 times, so let's see if we can make it a little more legible for the people in the cheap seats back there. And we'll get it to spell out 2 times right there. And the last, one more shuffle, and one more fireside chat. Just like that. Now, you guys remember in the very beginning I showed you all the cards, they were all mixed up? I didn't tell you this, but my fingers were working overtime because I put every card back in new deck order, ace through king, ace through king, king through ace. Now, I have a little bit of a problem. We had Jonathan select a card. I have obviously seen it. It was the King of Clubs, if I remember. And if I mix up some of the ink, watch the fireside chat. Watch. If I just shake it up.
One quick thing. Check this out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Terbosic.